Good afternoon, esteemed Toastmasters and my dear guest. I'm Ritvik, your Sergeant in Arms for today, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the IBC Titans Toastmasters 8. Just like each of us has a mission in life, Toastmasters has its own mission, which is to create a supportive environment where members can grow both as communicators and leaders. Through this journey, we build self-confidence, sharpen our communication skills, and unlock new possibilities for personal and professional growth. Now, before we dive into today's meeting, let me briefly share some important guidelines to keep our gathering smooth and enjoyable. First, please put your phones on silent. Second, kindly mute yourself when not speaking. Third, we encourage everyone to keep your video on throughout the meeting unless you are stepping out. Fourth, role takers, remember to rename yourself with your assigned role as a prefix. In Toastmasters, we respect each other's diverse views, so please refrain from discussing sensitive topics such as sex, religion, and politics. This meeting will be recorded and posted on our YouTube channel for members' access. Now, let's get started, and without any further delay, I am delighted to introduce our club president, Toastmaster Arvind Raj. Hailing from Tamil Nadu and currently residing in Chennai, Arvind Raj has been with Oracle for last 13 years. His leadership and dedication to the club has been truly inspiring for all of us. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Ritvik. Let's give a big round of applause to our Sergeant at Arms Ritvik. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As a presiding officer of IBC Titans Toastmaster Club, I like to declare this meeting number 668 open. And it's my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to our IBC Titans Toastmaster Club. And first agenda, I would like to acknowledge the presence of a few dignitaries in our meeting. First, I'd like to welcome our distinguished Toastmaster and club coach, John Bosco Abraham, for joining us today. Thank you so much, TTM Bosco. And next, we have our area director, Toastmaster Prithvijit Bakshi, also joined for today's meeting. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prithvijit. And next, the most important folk here are guests who joined our Toastmaster meeting. First, I would like to call upon, I think she's familiar to our meeting. Hi, Srilata Dinagar. Thanks for joining our Toastmaster meeting.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Srilata. Yeah. Since I have heard from you, Plotam, earlier, I would like to move to the other two guests. Second guest, hi, Renju Tail. Thanks for joining. Hope you are the guest or Toastmaster. Sorry if I'm not.
Hello, hello Arvind and other fellow Toastmasters. I'm from Advanced Debate Club, where Bosco sir, Bosco DTM, is a president. He is a president of the club, and I'm VP Education there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Renju, for joining us our meeting. It's a great privilege. Sure. Next, I would like to call upon guest Francis. Hi, Francis. Could you please give a quick intro about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Francis here. I just knowing Mr. Bosco from many long years. So I just thought I saw his meeting put on.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
lost him.
yeah, and issue.
What these things. So just thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Francis, for joining.
Okay. I think we lost him.
Yeah, there is a network issue. Okay, that's fine. So once again, I'm welcoming you all to our Toastmaster meeting with a big round of applause. Here's a quick intro about Toastmaster International. It is an educational non-profit organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills. The club count is almost 260,000 plus members, and the club count is almost 15,000, covering more than 100 countries. Our club, talking about our club, which is IBC Titans, which means Inspiration Beyond Communication. We are the Oracle Corporate Club dedicated to Krishna Magna Building, and we meet every Wednesday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. With that note, I would like to move on to the important part of our today's meeting, which is education session. And for that, before introducing the speaker, how Toastmasters is really going to help you, I just give you a brief intro about things. The all over the world, a lot of things keep on change is a constant thing, and with respect to the new technology which is affecting us, I think from 2022 November, the particular technology, the total technology that is making a lot of things, and for all of us to enable and then with a confidence how we can take this forward, be it in your personal or your professional life. Improving the communication is one of the major things. So for that, I would like to quote one of my favorite person who is like Warren Buffett, who always say communication is one of the important skill you develop regardless of which profession you are in. And with that note, I would like to call upon the special speakers for today's meeting. And just a minute, I just my ring. Okay. Okay, sure. I think I have lost. Okay. With that note, I would like to call upon our special speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Bosco, who worked with the public sector meeting for a very long time, and he has taken up various leadership role in our Toastmaster International, starting from being a mentor to hundreds of thousands of people, and also he has, apart from that, he is taking up a various hat, working with the various NGO and lot of social work too. And with a big round of applause, let's invite the distinguished Toastmaster Bosco to take over the stage and share his beautiful insights. Over to you, DTM Bosco.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Am I audible? Okay.
Yes.
I acknowledge the presence of our area director, Prithvijit Bakshi, and our guests and fellow Toastmasters. Often I hear, and we heard it even today, that communication is very, very important for somebody to grow in his or her professional life. Whilst everybody talks about it, most people do not know what is the method that one needs to use to develop that one skill. Well, I look at things a little bit differently based on my experiences, the knowledge that I've acquired, and the confidence with which I'm able to explain why it is not so. To be successful in your career, the most important requirement is your technical skills. Without the technical skills which you are supposed to have, you wouldn't be in the position that you are in. So you have technical skills due to which you are there. Now, the point that I would like to touch on in technical skills is In this ever fast changing world of technology, are you able to upgrade or update yourself in the latest of information that is available, or are you still there? Unless and until you grow on your technical skills, you are not going to grow in your organization. So an ongoing, constant learning is required in your technical skills or technical strengths. The second very important strength that one needs to have is the skills of communication, which we will be discussing soon. The third skill that one requires is our third strength, I would call, is our physical strength. When I say physical strength, I'm not flexing my muscles, but I'm talking about how healthy I am, both in mind and in body. People talk about health only in terms of physical, but the mental health, if it is not in proper condition, I don't see anybody growing because of that. So these three strengths are taking you to a different level with the moral strength that you have, the spiritual strength that you have, the strength of decision making that you need, the strength of managing conflicts, which will come conflict between you and somebody, between you and yourself. These are all skills. Most of these skills are something that is within you. However, when it comes to communication skills, it comes out of you. They say, don't open your mouth and prove to people you are a fool. Or don't open your mouth and say something which is not right, because people will find you at a fault, which means I should speak only if I know. Now, over the years, this wonderful organization, Toastmasters, which started over 100 years ago, started small with a specific purpose of helping people become confident speakers. That was the motive of our founder, Dr. Ralph Smedley. I want people around me to be confident speakers. This small decision of his grew into an organization, and this organization metamorphosed into what we call as Toastmasters International. From a small basement at the YMCA in Santa Ana in California, when this idea was triggered, to all of us sitting here in front of each other at a company which is very old, but yet needs a lot of support for his employees. So the growth that Toastmasters saw was something which was phenomenal. And having seen the previous educational systems that existed, I would say that what we have today are two very important things. One is the core values of Toastmasters of respect, integrity, service, and excellence. The core values which enhances our credibility in society, our credibility with each other as Toastmasters. So what we call as RISE, rise to the occasion, respect, integrity, service, and excellence are the core values. Within these core values, we have a lot of learning. The opportunities to develop yourself both as a communicator and as a leader is so very strong. And this, for Toastmasters, is what I would like to be sharing today. The fact that communication in Toastmasters is not as simple as that. The learning in Toastmasters is not as simple as that. But let's go through what it has. Toastmasters has something called as the pathways. What is the pathway? How does it make any difference to anybody anywhere? When you join Toastmasters, you are expected to take up one direction which you feel is important to you. There are currently 6 paths that are available. Out of the 6, you have to choose one. How do you choose one? You choose one based on what you need and what it offers. Very, very distinct situations, what you need and what it offers. So when you are answering the questionnaire that is there for you to choose your path, you answer certain questions and you get an answer saying these are the paths which you could attempt based on the answers you gave to the questions you received. Okay, so when we look at pathways, it is not communication alone that it is going to help you develop. Please take this off your mind. It is not communication alone. It is communication with so many other things. Okay. Now, there are 5 core competencies which Toastmasters offer. What are these 5 core competencies? We talk about public speaking as one of them, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. These are 5 core values, 4 core competencies. So when you choose a path, the path that you have chosen will tell you what are the core competencies that you get exposed to, which, my dear friends, goes back to what I said right in the beginning. Technical strength, oral strength, physical strength, moral strength, spiritual strength, and so many other strengths. And all these things are available on a platter for you. All you need to do is explore. So if I am following a particular path, I should also know what are the core competencies I get. Now, this is something which you should be very, very clear of. The 5 very important core competencies. Now, there are so many other competencies which are available for us to explore. But in Toastmasters, you have these 5. And these make a lot of a difference in your ability to grow. I always often ask this one question to anybody I meet, especially those who are employed like you. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? What is it that your boss has which you don't have? What is the skill set that he or she carries with him or her which you don't have? And when is it are you going to develop those skills for you to occupy that seat? This is something I always drive in when I talk about pathways. Because finally, it has to give you something. So let me share with you what pathways is, what are the levels, and how each level makes a difference in your life. Now, if you have any questions in between, you're most welcome to ask these questions because I have no hesitations to answer. Please be free and comfortable because this topic is a very interesting topic and how it functions. So when I look at one of the most popular path that is chosen by Toastmasters, I go to presentation mastery. Anybody here chosen presentation mastery? We have our president himself, we have Ritvik, okay, we have Renju. So by and large, people go for presentation mastery. What are the 5 levels that Toastmasters have, and what is it that each level gives you? The purpose of this project is to help the speaker understand his or her strengths in speaking and to understand areas for development. That is the purpose of the project, the first project. What is the purpose of the speech? The purpose of the speech is for that member to share with the club some details about himself or herself. Now you understand every project has 2 purposes. Everybody looks at the second purpose, the speaking purpose, rather than the learning process. The purpose of a project which is there in Toastmasters is to help you learn something new, and later on for you to speak what you learned. If that learning goes in you, it has enhanced some skill set in you. So when you look at level 1, it is called mastering the fundamentals. Basically, it's mastering the fundamentals. You have the icebreaker. What is an icebreaker? It's just to present a speech to the audience, a speech that is close to you. You are sharing with your club who you are, what are your goals, and how you entered into a Toastmasters meeting with a lot of details in that 4 to 6 minutes. So what did you learn there? In that project, you learned how to prepare and speak. Any meeting, anywhere you have to go, you need to have content with you. Content will come only if and when you prepare yourself. It's not that tomorrow's meeting, today I write something and go for a meeting. You're not learning anything. So there is some homework to be done. The second project is writing a speech with a purpose. For any situation that is required, you need to learn to write your presentation. Tomorrow there is a presentation in the company and Megha has to present something about her project. Where does she start? So what is it that I want to present? What are the salient features of what I want to present? How do I present it? What is most important? What are the challenges I face? What are the milestones that I met? All these things put together will be a presentation. So when you start writing, you will write each of these things one by one, and you get some content. Very clear, writing a speech with a purpose. If you read that project and understand it well, anytime you have to speak anywhere, you will get into the habit of writing what you have to say because you know how to progressively write a note. To be effective, we go to the 4th speech or the 4th project, and that talks about vocal variety and body language. A lot of people think that body language is used only on the stage when I'm speaking to a big audience. No. Even your facial expression when you speak, like I'm speaking on stage now and you're all listening to me. I can see your faces and your facial expression tells me a lot of things. And my facial expression perhaps will tell you something. So body language is not restricted to hand gestures, but it is the whole body that is speaking. The happiness, the sadness, the anger, the excitement, the doubt is all seen on the face. That is why they say the face is the index of the mind. You do not know how your face is reacting to a situation, others know. So when you are using your voice, the extremes of rate, pitch, and volume, how well are you ensuring that these skills, the rate, pitch, and volume, are so well designed that it makes an interesting presentation to somebody who's listening to you. We come to the fourth project, and that is called evaluation. Evaluation is the core of Toastmasters. Now, after I finish today's event, I will call up some of you or I will send a message. Please tell me how this session went. What is it that you felt I should have added? I am looking for some improvement in what I did. Everybody likes to have a pat on the back. That is fine. But everybody also needs to know how you could be better. You think you are very good, wonderful. But you can also think of becoming great. So good to great is a process of learning from the feedback that you get. So we get evaluated, and using that feedback, we improve ourselves. What other better way than giving somebody a feedback to help that person grow? So you have mastered your fundamentals. You have gone through level 1, you go to level 2. Any doubts about level 1 so far? No doubts. So let's see what level 2 has in this path. There are 3 very important aspects that you will learn in level 3, level 2. And that is understanding your communication style. Do you know what type of a speaker you are? So that project talks about the various styles of communication, and also there is a questionnaire that you will answer in that, and it will tell you what is your dominant style. I'm not going into the styles because quite a lot to cover, but I'm just saying that there are some styles which are very predominant, and you are having something which is very, very strong in you. One of the styles may be predominantly used by you. Is this okay? No, it is not. The styles of communication, my dear friends, is how to use the different styles under different circumstances. Which style do I use in which situation? That makes you a more purposeful communicator. Okay? Now, if I use only my dominant style, then I will be known as that type of a speaker. But if I learn the other styles and try to use them under given situations, then I will be more effective than I was. So the styles of communication is something you should understand. In that project, you will learn it, and then you will speak about what you learned. We heard about body language in the first project, but in level 2, it talks about effective body language. How to use purposeful body language, how to walk on a stage, how to emphasize something so that I'm showing what I mean. What I have to say and what I am offering you is enhanced by my body language. And then the next project, the third project in level 2 is mentoring. What is mentoring? How it helps you and how it helps the mentee. I was mentored by so many people when I was working, and I understand how useful that mentoring was. And when I grew, started mentoring my juniors, and even till today, they will vouch saying, "Sir, because of your support, I am what I am." So mentoring is something that you learn, and in your organization, when you are talking to somebody, your colleagues or your subordinates, the approach, if it is on the mentoring approach, let me tell you, you will be satisfied and that person will perform better. So this is something that you learn. So the first two levels are something what we call as the basics. Then we come to the third, that is the core of the whole pathways learning, and that is what we call as increasing your knowledge or persuasive speaking. Now, when we talk about increasing your knowledge, we are talking about presentation mastery. That is the path, right? So, in that, he gives you very simple topics. He says choose any two, but there are some 10 topics. I am going through each and every one of those topics because I want to learn in everything. Delivering social speeches. Supposing there is something great has been achieved in your organization and there is a town hall, everybody is coming, and then somebody says, Ritvik, you speak on behalf of everybody and congratulate the organization. Don't ask me. I am not cut out for this. You expect me to speak at such an organization? No, no, no. Why? Well, I'm not cut out. So that is nothing technical there. So you're speaking at a wedding or at a housewarming or at even at somebody's death. Delivering a eulogy is one of the most difficult speeches I have found, but it gives you immense satisfaction to be able to express. So social speeches are, for example, you receive an award, presenting somebody an award. These are things that will come under the social speeches. Now, you are all techies. How to use presentation software? First, you should learn how to use it before you start using it. So, there is one project that it talks about presentation software. One of the very big learnings that is happening in corporates today is connecting with storytelling. The focus of every presenter is to give it in a story form or to give it in a form that has some connectivity with the audience. So, storytelling, how to create effective visual aids. You have all sorts of tools with you, but how to create visual aids using descriptive language. Now, for if I say, Arvind is a tall, dark, and handsome man, I am describing him in 3 words: tall, dark, handsome. Okay, so how descriptive that is, you will remember because it was given in 3. That's a triad. You have heard of simile, metaphor, triads, alliterations, all these things we learned in school, but we have forgotten to use it. How you beautify your speech by ensuring that you use proper, well rehearsed, and rich language. So, if you look at all these projects, prepare for an interview, inspire your audience, focus on positive, active listening. One of the biggest challenges for all of us is listening skills. What are the different types of listening that are there? There are so many types of listening also, and which is the best, how to use it, how you develop yourself, because 50% of our communication is listening. You will notice that very highly placed officials in organizations speak less, they listen more, they keep absorbing what is said, and then they will ask 1 or 2 questions based on what they heard. But when they hear the whole thing, they are aware of what is being said. So, how you develop your listening skills? Sometimes you should also have a sense of humor. How to add humor in your speech to make it more interesting. So, this is level 3. It calls you to go through these projects and develop the skills that are there in that. Again, I'm reiterating, the purpose of the project and purpose of the speech are 2 different things. While everybody is concentrating on the purpose of the speech, very few people understand that the purpose of the project is where you develop yourself. Now, level 4 talks about building skills. There are many skills that you can develop. Blogging, which is something very few people do, how to write a compelling blog, how to take a question and answer session. Now I'm asking you to give me your questions later on after I finish, and how do I handle that? Then how do I develop my public relation strategies? That is something which is very, very, very important, but very few people have in them. And sometimes a project is given to you. How do you plan a project? What is it that goes into it? How do you follow up? Who are the people? So all these things are learned in level 4. And then when you go to level 5, you get into a situation of demonstrating all that you learned. Every time you make a presentation there are people to evaluate you. Now, supposing there is a panel discussion and you are moderating the panel discussion, how you will do it? Okay. What about high performance leadership? You take a project in Toastmasters or out of Toastmasters and go according to that project. It is called high performance leadership. And that gives you a lot of satisfaction and develops leadership skills. And my wife used to work for Nokia, and every time they had any program, they would invite only Toastmasters to be the compere or the master of ceremony, because they know that these people are capable. They are recognized. So, would you be able to lead a volunteer organization in your organization, outside, anywhere? Is this possible? The leadership opportunities that you get in Toastmasters is for you to practice the skills of leadership outside under a service oriented condition, and you learn those skills and try to implement them in your work environment. So these are the 5 very important levels that we talk about in each path, and each path has got different projects in them. So fellow Toastmasters and my friends, if somebody asks you, what is it that Toastmasters is giving? And if you say it's developing my communication skills, then I'm afraid you have not hit the nail on the head. It is a holistic development. It is a total development of an individual. Communication being the more prominent one. Now, before today's meeting, there was a lot of flurry by the office bearers trying to organize today's meeting, inviting people, creating a poster. Now, these are all activities which are doing, which nobody sees, but they are developing certain abilities in them. Tomorrow, when somebody is asked in the company or somebody asks, I will do it, I can do it because I know how to do it. So if somebody is asking you why I should be in Toastmasters, then I will remember always the words of Helen Blanchard. Helen Blanchard was the first lady president of Toastmasters. You must know that only in 1975 that women were allowed into Toastmasters. Okay, till then it was a male-dominated field. And for your kind information, we've had international presidents. In the recent past, many of them have been women. So they have proved beyond doubt that they are better, if not equal, or equal, if not better than men in leading this organization. So Helen Blanchard said, if you can get out of Toastmasters what there is in it for you to get, then there is no reason why you should be out of Toastmasters. This has gone in very strongly in me. This is my 28th year. I have completed 28 years in Toastmasters, and let me tell you, the learning has been immense. The challenges that I faced in the beginning were overcome. It helped me in my organization. I grew in my organization, and believe me, if I had the opportunity or the time, I would have shared a lot of things about how I grew. It definitely made a difference for me. It can make a difference for you too. How to climb a tree? Everybody can do it. But how to climb a tree properly, you go to an experienced person and ask. Experienced person will tell you how to climb the tree so that you don't fall. So with all the knowledge that I could gather in Toastmasters, I welcome you to explore the learning, benefit from it, and share it with others. It will enhance your ability and take you different levels. Mr. President, if you have any questions, please ask, and don't message on the chat. Talk to me directly. I'll feel nice talking. At least let me listen for some time.
Yeah, thank you, Vasco sir. It was good to hear your experience of 28 years, which is a long time of being a Toastmaster. I have a question from you. So for these 28 years, was it like you were regularly a member of Toastmaster, or have you taken a break of 6 months or 3 months, something like that? Because there are many other responsibilities apart from Toastmasters. So I just wanted to understand. The reason is because I am on a break from last few months, and I will of course join Toastmaster again soon. But want to know from your experience.
Thank you, Shilpi. Ever since I joined in 1997, I never had an opportunity to break from Toastmasters. I never broke. Even if for some reason I was not active for a couple of months, I did not break my membership. As a matter of fact, from 2018 onwards, I have been a member of two different clubs. Not one, but two different clubs. And the purpose was very simple. I wanted to be a part of District 92, and I also wanted to be a part of District 121, because all of it was one district. When I was the district director, that was in 2006, there was only one district for the whole of India and Sri Lanka. A lot of friends in Toastmasters across the country. Keeping in touch with them was through Toastmasters and the learning, of course. So, Shilpi, the challenge that you have would be domestic and official. I fully agree with you. You will say you are hard pressed for time, you have so much of pressure. I have to take care of my family, I have to look at my work, domestic activities, all agreed. I fully agree with you. I ask you, where is that? Okay. I ask you, how much time you spend on this? Before you go to bed, after you get up, how much time you spend on this? This is a question for all. If you can cut down that time, you created some time. If you still feel you're short of time, sleep half an hour less. Nothing will happen to you. That extra half an hour which you did not sleep, use it for Toastmasters. I have done it. I had kids who were small at the time. My son would hold on to my leg and cry, "Don't go, Papa, don't go, Papa." But I went. Okay. I had my reasons to go. I knew that he will be upset for about 10-15 minutes. After that, he will be okay. So there is something that you need to understand, how to apportion your time in different activities. Because what happens, Shilpi, is when you break, there is no urge to go. Urgency is not there to get back. I'll join next week, I'll join next month, I'll join next term, and it'll go on. Sometimes it'll go on for a month, it'll go on for a year also. And then afterwards you say, okay, no, I don't think I have the time now. You lost your direction somewhere. The constant involvement in a meeting is very, very important. Even if you come for the meeting doing nothing, it doesn't matter. Just attend the meeting. At the most, maybe table topics, they will ask you to speak, or they will ask you to be the grammarian or counter something. So in the meeting, there is not much of pressure. It's only when you take up an activity of speaking or evaluating that you are under pressure. So that don't take a break is my statement to you. If you've taken a break, now is the renewal time. Go and renew.
Yes,
They will
I
be very
will.
happy. They
Yes,
will be
I
very
will. And
happy.
I am, yeah, sure. And I am also attending meetings. It's not like I'm sitting. So as a guest, I'm attending meetings of a lot of other clubs. So
Okay.
today also in IBC, I came as a guest. So the urge is still there, but yeah, the postponement
I
is,
know you are an enthused Toastmaster, Shilpi. So don't give up. Continue. There are lots of things to learn.
sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
To add that,
Yes.
our IBC Titans also is badly waiting for our past president Shilpi to join back.
See, Shilpi, they all want you, Shilpi. There is a need.
Thank you.
I have known Shilpi to be a very upright and very dedicated Toastmaster in the past. We've had a lot of interactions in the past. I was surprised not to see her in the meetings in the recent past. Now, today, I'm happy you're there. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you to you.
Yep. Sindhu, you have something to say?
Yes, I saw your name on the status of one of my friends from church, and I said I have to just attend this just to see you. It's been so many years, so
Yeah, I
this was the best
give a
way to
little
see you, like really quickly.
yeah. The publicity I give is I don't need any credit now. When somebody sees it and they share it with somebody, hey, there is somebody speaking in your company. Okay, then really, let me see. Okay, oh, let me go and see what happens. So this is how. I was at Kindle recently. I spoke at Kindle. There they put all on their CCTV cameras everywhere and the CCTV screens. My photograph was seen, and one of them who knows me very well, she sees me there and uncle, you never told me you're coming to our company. I said, no, I didn't want to tell you because I want you to see it through somebody else. So yeah,
Yes.
it is very important that the word is spread around, and that's why I send out the posters. A lot of people ask me, and many of them are curious. Okay, and spreading the news of Toastmasters is because I know what I got out of it.
Yes. You've been an
Thank you.
exemplary speaker ever since I've known you, so it's good. It's wonderful.
How long have you been?
I've known you from LKG.
Yes.
In fact, you used to take us to Christ the King Church for the youth meets, me and Bindu.
Yes, I
So,
know.
yeah, we were not even from that church, but the kind of enthusiasm you showed in just helping us experience something new,
Yes.
meeting new people, doing new activities, it made a big difference, which is why I'm here, just to thank you.
So you are with Titan. You are in this company anyway.
No, I'm not. I am not really working anywhere now. I have a small startup. It's called Planting Treasures. I'm doing it from home.
Okay.
And yeah,
Nice to see you, Sindhu.
thank you.
Sometimes some surprises come. Yes, sir. Let me see what Mega has to say, or Ritvik, or Mallikarjun, Srilata. You are the important people.
Thank you, DTM Bosco sir, for that wonderful talk. Thank you, DTM Bosco sir, for that wonderful talk, and which is very inspiring. And you gave a lot of information about each and every pathway, each and every projects levels in each pathways, and how one can choose the right pathway for them, and what is Toastmaster giving along with the communication skill improvement. So people mostly think, even I was thinking that is only communication skill which I can improve. But apart from that, there is a lot of other things which I am learning now, and I'm very, very happy to be a Toastmaster for a year, and continuing my journey through Toastmasters and growing each and every day. So one important thing which led me to Toastmasters is, someday my manager, a year or 2 years back, my manager had asked, how was the training, Megha? So I answered in just one line. It was very good. I liked the training. That's it. And the same question was put to another team member. How was the training? And that team member answered in a very descriptive manner. So she answered,
Yes.
it was very elaborate. They explained so and so concepts. We went through the assignments. We went to home and did some homework about it. And we it was very happy that we learned all those concepts. And she also gave the feedback about the training. So they could have included these concepts as well, which would have helped in our so and so projects. So this answer, I was very surprised and very happy to see that answer. That oh, she explained in a very descriptive manner, which gave a glimpse of what happened in that training actually to the manager, and he got to know how it is going to help the people to whom I have sent for the training, instead of just answering in one line. Oh, it was nice, it was good. But I was thinking, oh, I also know that all this happened, and but why did I answer this? Only she could answer. I told in only one line. I should have done this. So this, and now I am in that position. I will not answer like this when somebody asks me about something. I'll not tell, oh, it is nice, it is good. So this is not the answer which I'm going to give now. So I will give them the glimpse of what has happened in that concert or in that training. So this is what Toastmaster makes you. The fear, first of all, goes. Second is you will be able to speak and you will be able to spill out more words and you will gain the confidence to do that. Yeah, so this is what I learned and I wanted to share this brief experience. And thank you for this wonderful session today and for your time, most valuable time.
Thank you very much, Megha. You could have said it, oh, it was a very good session. It was very informative and kept quiet. But you went on to explain, and that is the learning you had in Toastmasters. I think this kind of a feedback makes, the others also think. Thank you very much. It is not how fluently that I spoke, but how clearly I expressed what I want to express. Wonderful. Yes, Malik Arjun.
Yes, Bhaskar sir.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, till even I finished almost more than a year in joining Toastmaster Club, but I did not learn. There are 5 levels are there. I know just that, but what is inside there, I did not. Only first level I understand during my first two speeches, but I got complete glimpse of how exactly the pathways and the levels in and each level has its purpose and. Yeah, thank you so much for explaining those details. I got complete glimpse of it. Yeah,
You're
I need to
welcome.
work on the speeches now. So I will do that.
Let me ask Renju. Renju is the Vice President Education of Advanced Debaters Toastmasters Club, where I am the President. She's one of those very, very active Toastmasters in the club. Ensures that for the Friday meeting, Monday itself, everything is ready. So much of dedication. She has been serving in ISRO for a very long time. She has just taken a VRS, but today she sent me a message. My son is going to Germany, and I can understand what a mother feels. So I said, join this meeting so that it will change your mind. Yes, Renju, can you share what you felt about today's session?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bosco sir, for sending me the details regarding this presentation. The presentation, as mentioned by Shilpi, it was extremely good. It gave insight into, because even I am in my pathways about to complete my level 5, but it gave me a glimpse of what I had done until now. I had been doing so many things, but it gave a structured manner. You presented in a structured manner what we all had been doing till now. So that way it was very good. But the flow was good, as we say, the evaluation, I would say it was good. But then if you had added some personal stories, because you're having such a long, you just mentioned that you were there for almost 27 to 28 years in Toastmasters. So regarding when you presented each pathway, you would have had certain experiences while evaluating or during your presentation itself, isn't it? So I was about to ask you, during your Toastmaster journey, it might sound cliche, but then which is the most memorable moment in your Toastmasters journey? We would like to hear a story regarding that.
Yes, I have a lot of stories about my Toastmasters. I'll give you this one, which is very pertinent and connected strongly to Toastmasters. We had an educational session, which is not the pathways earlier. It used to be called the CC manual. You finish 10 speeches and you become a competent Toastmaster. 10 project speeches. Project 1 was icebreaker. Project 2 was organize your speech. Project 3 was get to the point, general purpose and specific purpose. Like that, it was. Project 6 was more to do with the language. Okay. To enhance the quality of my presentation, I told the rhetorical devices, the triads, metaphors, similes, vocabulary, using the right synonyms. So I was on that project when I was wondering which speech to give. I was also due for my promotion in my company from a supervisor cadre to an executive cadre. Now, for your information, I'm a diploma in ceramics. I'm not a graduate. So for me to get into an executive cadre, I had to go through a tough interview. And I knew that it would be very, very difficult. They give only 5% of the people an opportunity to get promoted. So it was during that time, total quality management was a new concept in our country and was getting introduced. Today, everybody talks about it, but in our days, it was a new concept. So I decided I'll give a project speech on total quality management, not just total quality management. So for a 7.5 minute speech, you need to have at least 15-20 pages of information. Only then you can give a very good speech. So I had to read. In those days, we did not have internet to get information. I had to go to the library, get some books, magazines, this and that, to read here and there, and got information. I presented a 7.5 minute speech and I delivered in the club. My evaluator tore me apart. Those days, they would say you are promoted or you have to repeat your project. He said you have to repeat your project. And the reason he gave was, technically your project was all good, but it did not suit this audience. The presentation you made is for a high level management type of people, not for a Toastmasters club. That was the only reason. He said you have to repeat your project. Next day was my interview in my company. The chairman of the company, of the board, was an outsider. All the other members are there from within the company. They will ask pertinent questions about my work because they know what is my work. But the chairman, will ask any question from anywhere. And the first question he asked me was, can you tell us something about TQM? With all the communication skills that I had, with all the knowledge that I had acquired on total quality management, I went on to speak for 4.5 minutes. He stopped me. Why he stopped me? He knew that I will continue speaking. Then he started asking me JIT. JIT is just in time. See, these are concepts which are there in industry. And because I was an avid reader for my preparation of projects, I had to read. I had acquired a lot of knowledge, and that made a lot of a difference for me in that interview. We had lunch. Mine was the last interview before lunch. So all of us proceeded to the canteen for lunch. And one of the board members was sitting next to me. He asked me, where did you learn to speak? I just said Toastmasters. That Friday, 3 people from that board joined the Toastmasters meeting. Needless to say, I got my promotion. But if you ask me, I think that was a turning point for me. I spoke to you about how it is going to enhance your ability as your skill set and for you to grow. This is my personal example. I always will vouch that Toastmasters made a difference for me, and I wanted to make a difference for everybody. That is why I continue. I retired in 2017. 9 years since I retired. I don't need any learning now, but you need the learning. I am attending at least 3 or even 4 club meetings every week. Somebody or the other is inviting me. Speak about this, speak about that, be general evaluator. So I'm attending the meetings because I have the time, unlike Shilpi, I have a lot of time since I'm retired. But even then, I do a lot of mentoring for Toastmasters. Many Toastmasters who are not a part of my club are getting mentored by me. I think that is another satisfaction, showing them what they can do. And more importantly, I'm busy as a counselor. I trained myself as a counselor. I got a certified family counselor. I do a lot of counseling, and that gives me satisfaction. To be a counselor, fellow Toastmasters, you have to be a good listener. That skill you learn as a grammarian, as an R counter, as an evaluator. You have to listen very carefully. That skill developed in Toastmasters. So if Renju, if you want, I can continue speaking till 8 o'clock in the evening about all that I got from Toastmasters. Okay, one of the very, I think maybe one of the very important things that I developed in myself was being sensitive to people. Like how Sindhu said, any stranger, I build my bond with them very fast. I'm an outgoing person, and especially youngsters, somewhere, there is that spark that comes and says, okay, let me do something. It has made a lot of a difference. It can make a difference for you too. A Toastmaster is not selfish, but he or she joins for selfish reasons. I want to improve myself. I want to better myself. That's why I've joined. That is a selfish reason. But once you become a full-time Toastmaster, you will find that you are sharing what you learned. So this club of yours had an excellent history in the past. It's not a new club. I've known it to be a club that had full of members. But today you are having a challenge of people not coming in. So all of you who are members of this club are the ambassadors for this club. Go reach out to people, tell them to come. See, those who came today learned something. Those who did not come perhaps missed an opportunity. So I go because people invite me. I'll give you one very important thing that happened. Maybe this will make you laugh a bit. I delivered a humorous speech in my club. I had the club roaring with laughter for 7.5 minutes. And that laughter, went on in the break after the meeting, and a couple of days later, also people calling and, talking about it. It came out beautifully well. There was a guest in my club, and he came and said, "Sir, this is a wonderful speech. You have to come to our club and deliver the speech." I said, "Okay." So I went to the next club. I delivered the same speech in the same style, in the same manner, same content. Half the people laughed, other half did not laugh. I did not get the type of response I got in my own club. So where did I go wrong? Then one of the senior Toastmasters came up to me and said, "You see, in our club, it all depends on 2 or 3 people. If they feel it is nice and they laugh, everybody else laughs. If they keep silent, most of them will keep silent." So it was a club that was controlled by certain people. Now, in that second club, there was a guest, and he came up to me and said, "Sir, I'm a guest here. Can you come to our club and give this speech? So this is such a fantastic speech." So I went to the third club and I presented this speech there. You know what happened was, this had to do a lot with non-vegetarian food, pork, and all sorts of things, which many people are not very comfortable with. But as a humor, I created humor, okay. Now in the third club, nobody laughed. Absolutely no effect at all. It was as if I gave them a very serious talk. I'm wondering, where did I go wrong? Then somebody, the person who invited, came to me and said, "Sir, this club, majority are vegetarians, sir. When you talk about non-vegetarian food and all, it doesn't sound funny for them. So knowing your audience, very, very important. You know, you are laughing now, right? You can imagine what I would have felt. Nobody is laughing. Nobody is even applauding. It was like very serious, as if somebody died. Then realized that it is not everybody who will appreciate what you are, but still continue doing what you have to do, because one day or the other, everybody gets convinced. So in this direction, like that, there are so many examples that I can give. It is something which is like a book I'll have to write someday.
So I think you have to write a book, autobiography.
Okay, if you are the Toastmaster of the day, this question is for all of you. Okay, and normally we used to have a speech session, then we have a break, and then table topics and evaluation. During the break, all meeting each other, this and that, and then as the Toastmaster today, I say, now fellow Toastmasters, we are going in for the table topic session. Our table topic master is, now before I introduce, I always look at where that person is. I'm scanning the hall, nobody's there. Out of the 40 people, the table topic master is missing. What will you do at that time?
Round robin.
Round robin in those days was not heard. That's all new concepts. Okay. So you need to know your members well. So what I did was, one of the senior members, he is so meticulous. He's the founder of that club, Bangalore Toastmasters Club. And he always has his file with him. He will have topics for projects, speeches. He will have topics for table topics. So I said, so today's table topic master is our founder president, Mr. Robinson. Please come over and take us through a table topic session. He brought his file and came, kept it on the lectern. He had 20 topics. And then at the end of the meeting, I told him, I said, I'm sorry. He said, no, that was the right thing you did. But the general evaluator was told later on that he was an impromptu table topic master. So these abilities, my dear friends, comes with experience. You learn with experience. Suddenly, meeting with your boss is there, maybe your director is there, and you get stumped on something. What will you do? Presence of mind. Okay. My son was coming out of the middle school and he had to give the goodbye talk. They call it goodbye talk. He's going to the high school. So I prepared him. Now, I prepared him well and he practiced a lot. And my elder son was also there. The elder son was in the 10th standard. This fellow is in the 7th standard. And he started speaking. Now, at home, when he was speaking, wherever he got stuck, he would be fumbling and then continue. But there, very smart, he kept on speaking. Somewhere he got stuck and then he started coughing and then continued with this speech. My elder son comes home and says, Pop, he forgot his speech in between and he started coughing. I said, yeah, that is presence of mind. Okay, sometimes you have to do something which is out of the box. And all these things come only with practicing and involving ourselves. It was nice being with you, spending some time today. I spoke for more than an hour, but I still have the energy. Not that I don't. You all have to get back to work, but my humble request to all of you is look at this as something which will enhance you. Not that I just got the opportunity and anyway company sponsoring me. No, look at what you can get out of it. And for those of you who are not in Toastmasters like Sindhu and Francis, please join. Okay, it makes a lot of a difference. So thank you very much. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster John Bosco Abraham. Thank you so much. Yes, hope we have our guest. Yeah, Srilata, want to share any insight? Actually, I just want to hear from you since before the meeting. Hi, Srilata.
Oh, that's one person I didn't ask anything, right? I don't know if she's there.
Yeah, I have a small question, DDM Bosco.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned about the timing, dedicating every week, and the two for you. You are continuing with the two clubs for many years. The timing is one thing. Other one timing, and apart from that, you had spent for the membership. That is one thing. For you, how the spending, apart from your motivation, is there anything? How do you like kind of gave you satisfaction from your side, as also from our family? How do you like continue with the membership for more than around 28 years and two club in many years?
The first question is a little confusing. Can you repeat that?
I know it's the same question. You talked about the time. You mentioned about how comparing with the mobile usage, how you can always reduce the time. So time is one.
Time management, yeah.
The other one for Toastmaster, this to time and money. That's all. So I want to hear from the money.
Money point of view?
Yeah.
There are a lot of organizations that conduct, 3-day programs, 2-day programs, 1-day programs. Enhance your communication skills, better your skills, be the master of communication, 3 days flat, 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees. They will charge, and there are a lot of people who go there. They go, attend the meeting, and they'll come back. Oh, fantastic. I had a very good learning and all sorts of things. After 1 week, he forgets everything. In Toastmasters, it is the most cost-effective learning program. You're paying $10 per month, roughly about $2.50 per meeting. But the learning that you can have is immense. So if you look at it from the finance point of view, it is most cost-effective. It's not cheap. I'm saying it is most cost-effective. Okay. Not everybody can afford to be a Toastmaster. That is why we have what is called as a Speechcraft program. We conduct it for other people. It's a 8 sessions program where they learn. The most important thing to understand is we learn by doing. It is a self-paced program where you learn by doing. Nobody teaches you communication. You practice communication here. The more you practice, the better you become. And if you come for a regular meeting, every week you come for the meeting, but don't take up a speech project, then you're losing out. As soon as you finish your speech project tonight you start thinking, what should be my topic next? Start reading the project. So 30, 40 pages are there. You have to read and understand. Read it, understand. If you don't understand, talk to your mentor, call up somebody and say, I'm not able to understand what this project is all about. Can you explain? If you do those things, then you will find there is something in it. So money-wise, I can agree with you to a certain extent. Yes, it is not very cheap. But when you look at it from cost effectiveness, it is by far the most cost effective. And there is additional, you have byproducts of socializing with people who you never would speak to. You learn to speak to so many people now. You see, Mega is smiling. That pretty smile I don't see everywhere. Okay. So see how our president is smiling. Now, can you make people laugh just like that? Will you laugh at each other? No. But in Toastmasters, we get into that situation. We learn to respect, one of the core values, respecting members in the club. Otherwise, just imagine if you are not in a Toastmasters club, your work and the people around your work are the only people you will know in your organization. You will not know anybody else because you don't have any interaction. Everything is online now. You talk to HR, it is online. You talk to finance, it is online. You don't have to go and meet personally. You don't even know where they are sitting. But here, we all come together. I have so many friends, my Toastmasters contacts are so big. I have more than 3,000 contacts on my phone. Okay. So when at a festival time, I'll keep getting messages. I'm not able to answer messages. I have to type. So I just call. Thank you very much. Wish you festival. Happy festival again. I keep calling everybody. Okay. So there's one contact you have. And when you are in need, there is always somebody as a friend. Just put it on the group of your friends and say, I need this. 10 people will reply to you. So you're building a better place, because the dream of Dr. Ralph Smedley was to make effective oral communication a worldwide reality. Okay. So anyway, I hope I answered all your questions.
Yes.
I just see if our area director is still there.
Thank you. Yeah. Hi.
Yes, I'm still here, Bosco sir.
Okay. Can you share one or two lines before we close? At
Yeah,
least.
sure. So I think this is an incredible session altogether. It was very well articulated, and also it brought in the essence of Toastmasters to the forefront. Because we all know what Toastmasters is. Some of us actually don't know as well. But at the same time, Bosco sir was able to encapsulate everything in very simple explanation. But it touched the right chords, which is was amazing. And rightly said, Toastmasters is a place where it is like a sandbox to hone our skills that the real world needs. We don't get that
Yes.
sandbox or that platform or the turf anywhere. In a corporate environment, as we all know, we are pushed for results. We are not recognized for our efforts.
Yes.
But in Toastmasters, the other way around, we are recognized for our efforts. Results are the byproduct of it, and it comes if the efforts are in place. So that is the essential element of Toastmasters. Like in Toastmasters, you see there are so many awards that come your way. The awards actually, if you go deep into it, it is for the efforts that you put in. When you complete an education path, you get an award for it. It is the effort that you have put in, the time that you invested. It's not always that you go for a contest and you win the contest, you get an award. In Toastmasters, you are recognized for the efforts that you put in at every point in your journey. So that is the element of Toastmasters. Now, that being said, if I talk to you right now, you see I must be coming across as a very articulate person. I'm not boasting about myself, but I do sound that I speak really well. But to tell you the truth, I am actually from a Bengali medium school and I studied there. I didn't have any articulation or communication skills until the age of 28. So 28 is a high age. I'm sure some of you must be reaching 28 for sure. And so I didn't have good articulation skills until the age of 28. And right now, I'm into a senior leadership in the BFSI sector in one of the prominent banks globally. Now, how did that happen? Now, it happened because many a times I had been ridiculed for my communication skills when I started off. But then somebody, some angel out of, as you know, that universe always listens to what you actually long for. So I've always wanted to have wanted to be an articulate person and be able to influence many lives and contribute, not control, but contribute. Because I had a noble intention. So some angel somewhere in my corporate journey came, not angel, I would say, but I would not use the word godfather, but some mentor somewhere, because he was a gentleman. And he came along and he guided me. He didn't pay for my Toastmaster subscription, but he told me that there is a place where you can go and hone on the skill. And if you do that, you would not regret. So 10 years down the line, now 12 years, I'm now 40. So 12 years, the entire trajectory of my career changed. And that is the reason that I always speak very highly about Toastmasters. Not because I'm a part of an area, being an area director. This is a voluntary role. My term will come to an end in the next 2 months, right? And I've always been discussing with Arvind the same thing, that yeah, it's a temporary role for me as a leadership. But what matters most or more over here is the sustenance and longevity. Even if I'm not an area director 2 months down the line, I never quit Toastmasters, because I have been with Toastmasters even before I've been married to my wife. So I think Toastmaster has been my first love. And it actually gave me everything that I actually needed in this life altogether. Now, that being said, that is where the world is in a changing dimension. You see a lot of things are changing with a lot of evolution of artificial intelligence, the quantum computing, and so many things happening all around. What is most important as a human being? The most important thing for a human being is our ability to communicate and influence in this changing juncture. Because machines can think faster than us, but machines, can they emote as much as we can do? They can't. Can they collaborate in terms of understanding human sympathy and human emotions? Not always. They can do everything which a technical person can do, perhaps, or even better, but they will not be able to replace the empathy and the emotions. And that's where Toastmasters come into play. So that's what I would like to share with all of you. This is a time where we can make the most of this juncture, most by being a part of Toastmasters. So if Bosco sir has given us his time today and has explained it so well, it is time for us to taste the water. So be a part of Toastmasters. Support our president in ensuring that we are able to function effectively as a club, and at the same time transform your life like the way the last 12 years what Toastmasters has transformed my life. I'm sure you can transform it even better. I come from a very small town in very innerts of West Bengal, and Toastmasters has been able to take me globally. From a small town in West Bengal, I have been able to go global for my work, and all the credit goes to Toastmasters. So thank you. That's what I wanted to share with you. It's an impromptu speech. It was not written. You can't see me because my boss is just two desk away. But at the same time, it's an impromptu speech from the heart. So back to the president.
Thank you very much. I think a lot of people should understand that as a leader, he has been playing his role wonderfully well, and he has had the transformation which he felt, which has made a difference for him. I think all of us should feel this transformation from within. And Prithvijit, you must know that the very first club in West Bengal was started in Burdwan, and that was started by me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, that was somewhere in 2004 or 5, I think. Anyway, thank you very much, Area Director. You played your role wonderfully well. You are supporting this club, and it is left up to the club to take the offerings that is given on a platter, use it wisely, and gain from it. I now would urge our president and your team to push to a different level.
Sure.
All the best. Thank you very much.
Definitely, DTM Bosco and our area director Pratyajit. Thank you so much. We have a compared to yesterday debate day, improving DTM Bosco. Today meeting is example of that, and we are seeing we are towards a goal actually getting back to the club. As of now, we think we have 3 members renewed. Actually, we are hoping all to be good. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster and Bosco. Once again, with that great note, yeah, thank you so much. Actually, we have prepared for one more also. As a presiding officer, we will plan a dedicated table topic session in the next week meeting, which is March 25th afternoon by the same our table topic master, Toastmaster Mallikarjun, taking over. Thank you so much. As a presiding officer, I am adjoining this meeting number 668.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Sindhu, I have